The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Yeah, Mitch about to start his track and field or athletics career, I should say. But for those that are just a little bit more advanced than that, the Maurie Plant Classic is in Melbourne this Saturday. It's our biggest domestic athletics meet, and it's the countdown to the national championships in Perth next month, and then the world championships in Tokyo in September, which I'll be attending both to. And I think we're on the verge of something really special, as McAvaney would say in Australian athletics at the moment. And it starts with the sprinters. Of course, we've all heard of Gout and the phenomenal things that he's done. But there's a 21-year-old Queenslander studying engineering and commerce at University of Queensland, a Gregory Terrace old boy who last weekend, by 100th of a second, missed winning a gold medal at the World Indoor Track and Field Championships over 60 metres. He gets the silver, and he's currently the third fastest Australian over 100 metres ever, 10.03, which matches Matt Shervington. His name is Lachie Kennedy, and if you haven't heard of him, you're going to hear from him over the next 12 months, and he joins us from his palatial hotel room in Melbourne as we speak. Lachie, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Thanks for that introduction. I got a goosebumps listening to it.
No, well, mate, we Lutzi sent us all the vision over the weekend of this 60-metre indoors, and that was a stunning result.
Hey, look, I'd seen it even before Lutzi sent it to you because it was going viral on Instagram. So if it pops up in my feed, Lachie, you're going viral. You're trending.
First time he's ever run indoor. The semi-final, he almost fell over and head face planted into that high jump mat they run into. But dead set, the first time he's ever run indoor, which is a different thing. You're running on boards, and you almost get the gold. And, mate, you look like you're in stellar form with the 100. I'm presuming you're running on Saturday night in Melbourne.
I mean, yeah, you could tell I'd never done indoors before. Yeah, like you said, I nearly stacked it in my first couple of races. But we were able to put it together for the final. And, yeah, I will be taking up the 100-metre and the 200-metre this weekend at the Maurie Plant meet. I'm super excited to be able to do that.
Hey, so this means, we'd have a pretty bloody good relay team, wouldn't we?
It is out of...
And a young relay team. If we've got Gout and we've got Lachie Kennedy, that's a good start.
Lachie can probably explain this, and it's great because what's happened in, I think, in athletics in the past... athletes have worked in isolation. When Shervo and PJ, Patrick Johnson, were there, they didn't work together. We've always had this sort of maybe one good runner, maybe two, but they never work together, which really impacts your performance at an international level. Lachie, right now, there is so many good sprinters, like world-class sprinters. Like getting a spot on that 4x1 is going to be really tough for Worlds.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy how there's just so many good sprinters in Australia, young good sprinters, right now, all at the same time. Like you said, in the past, it's kind of been we've had one or two like super duper elite world-class sprinters. We seem to have 4 or 5 right now. And yeah, like you said, making that starting 4x1 team is going to actually be a real challenge. You can't just rock up, run an okay race and expect to get a spot. You're going to have to really fight for it. You're going to have to bring your A game to every competition you go to.
And so, did you say Gregory Terrace boy?
He's a Terrace boy.
Have you broken every record that Gregory Terrace
he was rugby. He was a rugby winger as well.
Were you really? Oh my God! So
yeah, no, I got the 100-metre record. I don't think I ever got the 200-metre record. It's not as much my event.
He never ran against. He's 4 years older than Gout, who was at Ipswich Grammar, I guess, for a hot minute while you were at Terrace. But one thing that you did have as a young fella, I think as a 15-year-old, you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So you've got the glucose monitor. That's the one thing I only learnt yesterday, mate. That's something as an elite athlete, obviously you've got to monitor, and then probably an inspirational for other people with diabetes as well.
I mean, yeah, I got diagnosed around that time. I don't exactly know when. I can't even really remember not even having it anymore, sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
But as far as I'm concerned, it's just like one extra thing I got to manage, whereas a lot of athletes got to manage when they train, what they eat and all that. I also got to manage my blood glucose levels. But, I mean, it's not stopped me from doing anything I don't think I couldn't have already done, and I'm not going to let it stop me from
I've got a question, because
I was quite taken aback when I saw your race online because I think SBS had shared
SBS
it.
said it, yeah.
And then
I'm watching you go super fast. I'm like, oh, he's in our uniform. This is amazing. And then I saw you finish, and then I saw you all just face plant into this mat.
The mat.
At the end. Does that take some getting used to? Do you have to train as to how you're going to hit the mat?
It's the first time he's done it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, in the heat when I first did it, I actually, because it's kind of like, it's a rise up into the mat. It's a bit of an incline. I was so focused on running into the mat, I forgot about the incline. So I completely lost my footing and hit the mat face first. It definitely takes some getting used to. And then in the semi, I nearly did it again, but I got it by the final. But the mat is not soft. That is a hard mat. You gotta use your arms to brace for it. You cannot go face first.
That's where the footy training comes in. You're just used to running into hard things.
Good point.
Yeah.
Running full pelt into it.
Can you imagine? Like there'd be some NRL clubs out there. Like if you can catch and pass, there'd be some NRL clubs out there that would love to get you on.
No, stay in athletics.
Oh, no.
I'm not. Don't you dare steal him from athletics.
What am I talking about?
What are you talking about? They've got enough over there.
But let me ask you this, Lachie. I was watching recently Formula One drivers when they were in town. They were doing some type of reflex test on them where they were dropping like these they were like little weights that would just drop randomly, and they had to, and the Formula One drivers, their reflexes were almost like cat-like, like they'd drop it and they'd be able to catch it. I would imagine that as a world-class sprinter, your reflexes, your natural reflexes would have to be super quick. Are they? And the other part to that is, how can you improve that? How do you train for reflexes? Like, the gun goes off, you got to get going. Yeah, what is it? Is it a fortnight, mate? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you just got to learn to be super responsive to mainly sound. Because obviously you can't see them actually pull the gun. It's like you got to be able to block everything out and just react almost instinctively to the first noise you hear. Which is why when like the bloke next to you, if they jump early, you'll jump early as well because it's the first thing you see rather than the gun. So you just got to be able to. It's kind of hard to train for, but you can get like certain software and certain features just to train your reaction to sound and your first movement. But yeah, like you said, you got to be super twitchy, super reactive if you want to be one of the best starters in the world.
Train with a blindfold on. Do you do that?
Like a
so you're just
Jedi.
Listening. Yeah.
I mean, I close my eyes in the blocks anyway, so I might as well have.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
That's so cool.
I block everything out.
And a Shervo, Matt Shervington, and we all know from now as a Sunrise host, for those that don't know.
That's not why I know him.
Some of us know him from before that.
None of us know him from Sunrise.
But he was a great sprinter, obviously. But Shervo said, I think last week, after your World Indoors, that 3 Aussie men will run under sub 10 this year.
That's crazy.
Which is a mind-blowing concept. Honestly, that is. I mean, only PJ Patrick Johnson's the Australian record holder at 9.93. But, I mean...
Really?
What do you think about that? I mean, that's pressure, Lachie, but it's also something surely that you have to be... aspiring to. Like, I don't know if it'll happen in Melbourne this week, but potentially with better conditions in Perth for Nationals, we're going to see some amazing world-class racing at the domestic level, which of the ilk we have never seen before in Australia, really.
Yeah, I think 3 might even be a low ball. I think we could have 4 or 5 blokes go sub 10 this season, which would be, obviously, we've only ever had 1 bloke do it before, but it would just be like unheard of.
Why are we so fast? What do we hear? Is it Guzmani Gomez? Like,
you've got to say the Brisbane Olympics has got to be something. Or is it Guzmani Gomez?
I reckon it is. I reckon
it's Guzmani Gomez.
It can't be a coincidence.
Lachie, please answer.
I mean...
What are you eating?
When you just got 1 bloke running fast, you don't want to... No one's going to, like, destroy the field. So if I'm running fast and the 2 blokes next to me are probably going to be running fast as well. We've just got so much good competition and, like, rivalries. It's all fun. It's all banter, but, like, everyone wants to win at the end of the day, so they're doing everything they can. The standard's just been raised. It's like it's at a whole different level to what it was. I mean, yeah, you got to bring your A game. You got to be proper fast if you want to be competitive in Australia now.
Kids in the car, the name is Lachie Kennedy, Lachie Kennedy _ on Instagram. Be part of the journey. He's fantastic, and he's about to be sponsored by Guzmani Gomez, which is even more exciting. Good on you, Lachie. Good luck Saturday, brother, in Melbourne.
Cheers. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be rooting for you, Lachie.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.